Hi everyone, so let's talk about what happens when you have a stroke. So say you're walking down the street and you have a stroke, what happens? I'll give you my experience. Remember, mine was a right hand middle cerebral artery stroke, which is motor function and also a bit of frontal lobe activity there as well. That's why they've collaborated the stroke symptoms to fast, face, arms, speech, and time. Time is crucial. Brain cells die in seconds without oxygen. Time is everything. So the first responders will need to know if it is a stroke. So the lady that called the ambulance for me, she was gardening. I was running marathon training at the time. It was just a regular run for me, and I collapsed in the middle of the road. So she came over, and I remember very clearly. She called the ambulance and said, "Come and pick this young guy up. He looks like he's drunk. He's not making any sense." And I remember her saying that clearly before I went unconscious. So the paramedics knew straight away that it was a neuro problem. They've trained very well to distinguish neuro. They don't know whether it's ischemic or hemorrhagic, but they know it's a neuro problem. So they send me to the most appropriate neuro hospital in the area. So it's full lights and sirens, and they ring ahead. They make sure a CT machine's available on the spot. They'll give you a CT angio. They put that liquid dye in your arms and your arteries to find the clot. And if they find at that point that it's an ischemic stroke, which is a blood clot, which typically comes from your heart, mine came from a dissected carotid artery. So if it's an ischemic stroke, they'll give you a drug called TPA, which is a clot buster. If it's hemorrhagic, they'll send you straight to surgery. And mine was ischemic, so they gave me a clot busting drug. Then they flew me by helicopter to a larger hospital for clot retrieval. So they went through my femoral artery. I was in an induced coma at this point. Basically, the first responders, the paramedics, put me in an induced coma because of the large brain injury. They said I was just flailing, arms and legs everywhere, screaming. I don't remember any of that, but they put me in a coma straight away, and I was in a coma for about a week, I'd say. So once I was flown to the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne, they did clot retrieval from a femoral artery, which was unsuccessful, which is good news because the TPA clot busting drug had worked, and I received that within 40 minutes of having the stroke. So that's a life-changing amount of time. That's why time's so critical with fast. I had TPA within 45 minutes, and I owe my life to that drug. And the first responders knowing that I wasn't drunk and that it was a neuro event. Thanks for listening, guys. Let me know what you think.